A feud between Kanye West and 50 Cent turned Kanye into the superstar he is today. How did he do it, and how did he beat 50 Cent in first week sales? While recording for Graduation, Kanye would often listen to songs written by folk and country singer-songwriters Bob Dylan and Johnny Cash in hopes of developing methods to augment his wordplay and storytelling abilities. Bob Dylan had been recommended to West by lots of his friends, all of whom claimed his music and the way he dealt with the media reminded them of Dylan. Kanye also listened to some of his favorite alternative rock bands, including The Killers, Radiohead, Modest Mouse, and Keane, in order to gain new ideas on how to make his production style sound more stadium-friendly. Kanye would often test his new songs just about anywhere people might listen to his music, so he could make the songs as relatable to any environment they might be played in. He would then adjust the tracks based on feedback he received, repeating the process as many times as necessary to get that stadium sound that he wanted. Kanye intentionally limited the amount of guest features on the album, saying, "When I hear the records of my favorite bands, The Killers or Coldplay, you only hear one voice from start to finish." Most of the guest vocalists on the album are only used for hooks. However, though he had originally intended for Graduation to be completely devoid of guest rap verses, West decided to invite New Orleans rapper Lil Wayne on the track Barry Bonds, as at the time the two rappers had been working together, with Kanye producing for Lil Wayne's album The Carter 3. For much of Graduation, Kanye modified his style of rapping and adopted a slower, lively flow similar to Bono's operatic singing. Kanye also altered his vocabulary, utilizing less choppy consonants in his vocal delivery in favor of smoother harmonies used by stadium bands like U2. In addition to U2, Kanye drew inspiration from other arena rock bands such as the Rolling Stones and Led Zeppelins for the melodies and chord progressions of his songs. In terms of lyricism, he simplifies some of his rhymes after touring with the Rolling Stones on their A Bigger Bang concert tour, and discovering he could not captivate the audiences as well with his most complex lyrical themes. On July 19th, 2007, the album's release date was changed once more and moved to September 11th, setting up a sales competition between Graduation and 50 Cent's album Curtis. When first presented with the idea of a competition between him and 50 Cent, Kanye expressed his indifference, saying, "When I heard that thing about the debate, I thought that was the stupidest thing. When mine and 50's albums drop, everyone wins because you're going to get a lot of good music at the same time." However, then Def Jam president Jay-Z welcomed competition, feeling that would be good for hip-hop, and the date became permanent. The album's release generated a lot of publicity over the sales competition with 50 Cent. Though confident that he would emerge victorious, Kanye said that he would be perfectly fine with losing, saying that he'd rather be number 2 on that day than come out and be number 1 on a day that nobody cares about. In an interview for USA Today, 50 Cent expressed his view on the sales competition, stating, "It's great marketing for Kanye West, but I sell way more records than Kanye West, and I generate way more interest than Kanye West. They think they can match us up, but they'll find out when that week goes by and the sales come back. This is no rivalry." And that was true at the time, as 50 Cent's last album, The Massacre, sold 1.15 million copies in its first 4 days of release, while Kanye's late registration only sold 860,000 units. "Mine will sell and his will still be on the shelf," 50 Cent told Rolling Stone. 50 Cent also said during an interview that he would end his career as a solo recording artist if Graduation were to sell more copies than Curtis in the United States. However, 50 Cent later had to retract this statement within an MTV interview due to his contract agreements with Aftermath Entertainment and Interscope Records. But most retailers and radio programmers interviewed picked West, whose single Stronger was number 6 on the Billboard Hot 100, while none of 50's 4 singles climbed higher than the 32nd spot in the battle. On the morning of August 30th, the clean version of the album leaked onto the internet. In a survey conducted by Billboard, results displayed that an estimated 44% of readers still predicted that Graduation would sell more units over 50 Cent and Kenny Chesney. Projections for the first week scans based on early sales reports indicated that Kanye would outsell 50 Cent, projecting 575 to 700,000 sales for Graduation, while Curtis was projected in the 500 to 600,000 range. The tensions finally came to a head on September 11th when Kanye and 50 Cent appeared on a 106 in Park special titled Kanye West vs. 50 Cent, The Clash of the Titans. Here's a clip from that. Even on the day of release, when almost no one had 50 Cent beating Kanye, 50 was still really confident and still thought he'd beat Kanye. Maybe he was just playing up a little bit of a character or whatnot, but you can see on this clip here, he's super confident about winning the thing, and I guess he's trying to play it up to make it seem like he's not as disappointed about it, but still, it's a little weird.
How are both of y'all feeling right now? It's 11th of September. How are both of y'all feeling?
I'm feeling good. You know I'm a lead. Of course I'm feeling good. He brought his big brother with him, and his big brother ain't no competition for me.
It seems like the whole time during this interview, 50 Cent's just kind of patronizing Kanye, even though Kanye is in the lead and is going to beat him in the overall sales competition, which is super weird. But I mean, yeah, 50 Cent's definitely playing up his like gangster style. I totally get it. And I don't know, this whole interview to me is just really weird because they're like not actually beefing with each other, but you know, 50 Cent definitely plays it up a little bit more than Kanye does.
It's a lot of room over there, man.
Yeah, where's Big Brother at?
Oh, do we gotta call Jay out?
Where's Big Brother at?
I think he's grown. I think he can handle this by himself.
I'm a horse, so I had to hand the mic off, to my big brother, help me out a little bit. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Throughout the entire interview, you can just clearly tell that Kanye is super nervous about the entire thing, but he's not nervous in a way where it's like, I don't know. He just doesn't know how to play with the media and the press here, and it seems like he's just not as big of a personality as 50 Cent is clearly in this clip.
I'm never nervous. If I win, I win. If I lose, I win. I'm here on. I'm standing. I'm next to 50. I'm next to you right here. My big brother just came out. It's a moment for me right now.
Okay. So
Overall, though, even if Kanye was nervous, he easily outsold Curtis. And with Graduation selling 957,000 units in its first week, and Curtis selling 691,000, which both of these are great first week sales, but Graduation absolutely blew Curtis out of the water. And I mean, it really solidified Kanye as a global superstar. He outsold both Kenny Chesney and 50 Cent, who are other big artists, and it was the first time that two artists had ever sold over 623,000 units in 1 week, which was since Guns N' Roses in 1991 when they released two albums at the same time. So it was just a crazy week in general, and it showed that Kanye had that solidified himself as a global superstar, especially with a super stadium rock album like this where it could appeal to a lot of different people. I think this is an album that, still sounds good today, even though I think Barry Bonds and Drunken Hot Girls really aren't the greatest. You still have songs like Homecoming, Good Life, I Wonder, Stronger, Champion, Good Morning that still are doing great streaming numbers today, and Flashing Lights and I Wonder are still blowing up on TikTok to this day. And even looking at like Kanye's top 10 tracks on Spotify, 4 of them are from this album, showing that this sound still resonates to this day and still is a great album. And Kanye just did great things with this album, and he really exploded himself from just a hip-hop producer rapper type thing to someone who really was a pop star. And, it's just an amazing album in general, and I think it's one of Kanye's best albums for sure. If you guys did like this video, watch the video on the left next, and you can watch my full playlist of all videos like this on the right, or just subscribe in the middle.